Today I'm making a Panera Copycat recipe, tomato basil bread. Welcome to White Shadow Fare, where I'm making it homemade and I'm making it with love. Our ingredients are water, sugar, salt, tomato powder or tomato paste, basil, sun-dried tomatoes, yeast, oil, bread flour, and garlic powder. Start by adding 1 1/4 cups of warm water to your mixer. Add 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast to the water and let it bloom. Once your yeast blooms, you're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, 2 1/2 teaspoons tomato powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 1/2 teaspoons of basil, and 1/4 cup of sun-dried tomatoes that were packed in oil that you chopped finely. Then add 1/4 cup of a neutral oil. In total, you're going to add from 4 to 4 1/2 cups of flour, but start by putting 3 cups of flour into the mixer. Then you're going to slowly add a tablespoon at a time flour until you get it to the right consistency. Now that your dough has sat for about an hour covered, it is time to shape your dough. So prepare your surface by putting down a little bit of flour so it doesn't stick, and get it placed into a greased bread pan. Bake this bread for 30 minutes in a 400-degree oven. Once it is done with its 30 minutes, bring it out and you are going to put this topping on it made out of brown sugar, white sugar, oil, flour, honey, water, salt, and cinnamon. You're going to make that into a paste, put it over top, and put it back in the oven for an additional 3 minutes. I left mine in for about 5 to 7 minutes, and that was just too long. This is a soft, savory bread that has a slightly sweet topping. It is excellent for sandwiches. At Panera, they make something called a Mediterranean sandwich, which is a vegetable sandwich, and it's one of my favorites to get there, so I was excited to give this a try. I hope you will try it too. Thank you for joining me here at White Shadow Fare, and please consider liking and subscribing.